Hey brothers and sisters, yeah, Doug Rauschen with the Handy Home Helper. This is dishwasher upper rack repair part 2. Didn't know it was going to happen. I noticed some additional corrosion spots while I was showing you in the first video, and we're going to go ahead and get them repaired. So what I've done is, and I alluded to this, or actually didn't just allude to it, I showed it in the first video. You know, you have areas that have corrosion. You see right here where this was a solid piece, just like this, okay? And when I say corrosion, what happens is the dishes wear the rubber coating. And when they wear it off, then the alloy underneath starts to corrode. Of course, it's in a water condition, you know, a water situation, being a dishwasher. So what I've done is I took the knife, utility knife, and I cut back the rubber coating back to where I had solid steel, right? Did that all the way around. I did that over here. I did that right here, a little harder to see. There it is there, okay. With the print of the newspaper. And like I'd said, yeah, put out your newspaper. Anything that drips, let it go to the newspaper. Okay, then after I removed the rubber back to solid area, I took the wire brush and removed all the scaling that's on the steel. And that's just, you know, working the wire brush back and forth, back and forth. And you do, if you will, one side. This happens to be the top side. And then I flipped over the rack and I did the bottom side. And same thing, I cut with the knife and then I removed any corrosion with the wire brush. So now I'm ready to apply the liquid rubber onto the affected areas. Alrighty, and it's going to be a little difficult but I can do it. I can do it. Holding the camera with one hand, because using a tripod on this wouldn't work, and my budget doesn't have a cameraman, so it's me. So, and I'm just getting on the corner brush. I don't want it the whole brush. I just want the corner. Okay, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to come over here. I gotta look through the camera and try and look at the area that I'm applying to at the same time, which is not real easy. So I'm gonna apply it on here, just dabbing it. You don't want big giant drips. Okay, and I'm gonna do the same thing here. Let me turn the camera. I'll put it on there, okay, and I'm gonna get some more. And what I do is I wipe it off just on the sides a little bit. Don't get the liquid rubber all over the can. Same with any coating, whether you're doing painting or what have you. You don't want it all gummed up on the top of the can, because then the top doesn't seal back down right. I see it all the time at clients' houses. They say, oh yeah, we got the paint. Go get the paint. Yeah, it's completely dried out. It's no good. So yeah, these, if you'll see, let's put this here. Can I point? Okay. Right there, you see that ring. That's where the lid, right? That's the male part of the lid, fits down inside. Okay. So if you gum up that track all the way around there with paint, liquid rubber, the top's not going to go back down. Okay, so let's see here. We're gonna go. We got a third area that was deteriorated. Here it is, right here, and I'm gonna apply the liquid rubber. Interestingly, it comes out almost the same exact color as the existing. That wasn't planned, I can tell you that. Okay, and oh, I had one area right here a little hard to see. Let's come around here. It was just warm, and this is the time you really want to catch it. You can see it right there, right here. Okay, I don't have corrosion. It's the perfect time to catch this. Boy, if you can see that, you know, if you can catch it during that time, you're way ahead of the game. Because even though I use the wire brush to remove the scaling, there still can be corrosion inside that I cannot see. And even though I'm seeing it from the outside, not necessarily it's going to stop that corrosion. Okay, so what I'm doing right now is I am flipping over the rack, right? And now I'm going to catch those spots. Oh, something I didn't mention, my mixing stick is outside now, but yeah, you do have to mix the liquid rubber, right? Because when you open it up, you'll see, you can kind of see a little bit of the, almost like emulsifying right there. Yeah, a little bit. It's really not much, but there was a bunch. So it had risen, separated is what had happened. And we just mixed it back together. Okay, so, all right, we're gonna come back to the top side, which is not always easy to see. Here's a spot. Okay, right there you see, that's one of the affected areas. Because sometimes, because of gravity, the liquid rubber will drip down on the bottom, like right here, but now there's two. Okay, here we are, over here. And you can see there, it kind of dripped down over the bottom, hard even to see it. Here, it didn't, so I'm gonna coat it. And what would be ideal, you gotta go without your dishwasher for a while, is to put on 2 coats. Yeah, giant thick coats of any coating, real thick coats, is not advisable at all. And any coating manufacturer will tell you multiple coats. Always go with multiple coats versus trying to go one thick coat. It doesn't, coatings don't work well. You'll get alligator and you'll get all kinds of dripping. It doesn't work well at all. Multiple coats is always better. Same thing, stain out on a deck, same thing. You want 2 coats. Don't try to get away with 1 coat, forget that. Okay, so here we got another area right here, and we're gonna coat that. Why don't I back that up a little bit so, you know, got that whole Blair Witch Project thing going on. Okay. It does have a smell to it. It's not a totally obnoxious smell. During warm months, yeah, you can set it out undercover, outside, say, you know, on your table out there, and you don't have it. We're in a lot cooler weather right now. I'm not going to set it outside because I want to make sure that this dries in the time that it says 20, you know, I'm going to give it 48 hours, and I want it to dry during that time and cure. Okay. Anyhow, hope that helps. In this, again, any other kind of conditions where rubber coating has worn away, you can do the same thing. I've used it on tools. They advertise about you can rubber a tool that's never had a rubber coat on it, that you can use it, like dip the tool in. It's really not that good for that, because that coating, when it dries, it just doesn't have, how should I say, the rigidity of what you get from a rubber coated tool from a factory. You can touch up with it. You can definitely do that. All right. Hey, Doug Rosner, Handy Home Helper, signing off. Okay. Let me know if you've ever had any of these kind of experiences and what were your solutions.